Are you ready? Was this the loot? Go broke and...
You can count on us, Queenie. Ivor'll be a wall at your back. Stout and strong.
Yay! I'm gonna add dwarves when I get dwarves. Was this 2? Damage your enemies by 3. We got a new weapon? No, still the flail. Okay. Let's roll out. Living my life, there's a problem.
Ah, you thundering dope! I told you to hold your horses or you'll shake the hitch loose.
Oh, now you're a bleeding expert, are you? You overloaded the damn cart, that's why it's busted.
A wagon lay strewn across the middle of the road. Behind it stood others, some loaded with gold, jewels, and other valuables, others groaning under barrels of pickled meat. Each dwarf had his own theory about how the accident had come about, and thundered it out to all and sundry, peppered with choice invectives.
An odd caravan.
Meve said.
They don't look like merchants.
Nay, they ain't.
Gabor answered.
Dwarves of the Ferens clan, carrying gifts for the Drake. Remember Keltilis? When he took roost here, Ferences fought him for near a century. Then the dragon got weary of fighting and they realised he weren't going nowheres, so they cut a deal. He didn't bother them. They give him what he needs.
Well, well.
He's gold.
And these offerings they send often?
Every week. Excuse me, got to separate them lads, for they tear out each other's beards. Hey there! Cool your idiot heads!
Gabor managed to douse his brethren's fiery tempers.
That's good.
But the wagon still lay across the road, blocking all traffic.
Queen,
Said Xavier.
it is an easy repair. I've the tools, the parts. Need but your permission.
Of course. Go see what can be done.
Xavier did indeed make quick work of the problem. Within moments, the wagon was rolling smoothly down the road, good as new,
Well, shaft me, your highness.
said one of the dwarves.
Your engineer's got a pate like stewed meat, but he kens his trade. That's for certain.
I'll convey your words to him. Or at least part of them.
Me and the lads will be on our way now, but first, take this. Bit of gold by way of thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Meve said, accepting the surprisingly heavy pouch.
In wartime, every copper counts.
The dwarf bowed in parting, shook the snow off his beard, then rejoined his caravan. Within a few moments, the wagons had disappeared around the bend.
That's good. Just free gold for doing... Oh no. Oh no, I gotta get this loot. They gave us free gold for... nothing really. I was worried that if I refused I'd get mad. Oh, there's a bridge. That's what this is for. Oh no, Meve going across the bridge. Okay. I wonder if it would be like a surprise attack or a monster. What's this? Oh, actually, this is where the treasure was. Here. Hup. Oh yeah. Treasure. Thank God I scouted. Otherwise I would have just left. We can upgrade our camp, but we'll just wait up. We'll wait for that. Because if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. So I have 295 men that aren't doing anything. They just follow us. Because I imagine, even though I'm just a single character walking, there's like a huge army trailing across, along, around, up and down. So you need help? Let me just steal this from you first. Okay, so you're right. You lady, this forge belongs to a famous armorer by the name of Nico Skaggs. Truly, never in my life have I seen a finer, sturdy leather mail. He's willing to sell, but not for coin. For he is buried up to his neck in it. Instead he asked for labor, new hands he can train to work his forge. Okay. So I just said to some of my men, yo, you can live with the dwarves instead of fight, and 4 dudes were like, I'm out, bye. Though, I mean, so it's living in this frosty hell making armor or literally potentially dying. Drop staying there. Well, that did nothing. Just cost 50 gold. Thank you. Hello? Oh my days. Well, So much for him staying in the mountain.
A pillar of smoke rose above the mountains, and a sooty aroma filled the air.
Fire!
Gabor said, then took a deep sniff.
Perhaps a bolt struck some barren trees.
No,
Meve said curtly.
I know that scent too well. All Edirne reeked of it. It's the smell of burning homes.
The Lyrians quickened their gait. Soon they saw a town fully aflame, and a roaring, furious dragon above it.
That's your Keltalis.
Gascon asked, shielding his eyes from the sharp glare emanating from the city.
You were right. Perfectly harmless.
Dinna ken what's got his knickers in a bunch.
The dwarf said, grabbing his axe from his belt.
Queen, we got to make haste to the rescue.
Smother your fears, Sir Dwarf.
Ake proclaimed. Without waiting for Meve's reply, he dropped his lance and galloped headlong towards the burning city.
Follow me! Slay the Viper!
Reynard!
Meve called out.
He's
Have
already
our
gone
men
in.
wet their cloaks for a modicum of fire protection. We move as soon as they're done. If we don't make haste, Ake will be reduced to smouldering plate.
Your Grace, they are but common soldiers. To fight a dragon.
I know, but we must help them, or at least try.
We have no choice now because of Ake.
While Reynard went to pass on the order, Meve turned to Gabor,
This dragon, has it any weakness?
Fear not,
said the somber dwarf.
It's got
except
one.
a fondness for raw meat.
Meve nodded and swallowed dryly. Despite the cold, she felt sweat pour down her scalp. Stifling her fear, Meve gave the order to attack, and her soldiers rode into the flaming city. From up close, Keltalis looked even more terrifying. Though enormous, he moved with shocking agility, like a lizard scurrying over sand. With one swing of his paw, he snapped the necks of 3 dwarves, then bisected a 4th with a powerful bite. After that, he turned his attention to the Lyrians.
More of you!
He said, twisting his bloody maw into a horrifying smile.
Good!
Before Meve arrived in Mahakam, she had only ever imagined dragons, fantasized about them based on worn engravings and tales. Now, would she not only see one in the flesh, she would attempt to slay it. The very thought paralyzed her with fear. How to wound a beast with scales harder than steel, or defend yourself against fire fiercer than the hottest furnace. Okay, we have to kill Keltalis. Special rules. Nickers gets hobo. Get rid of
Behind
it.
me!
Oh, we
Stay
should've
together!
kept the assassin. Would have been 60 strength. Assassin. I guess let's start with. I'm gonna start. Spawn fire on the opposite side. After you turn, start moves outside. Don't shoot spell 1. Okay,
Army's a waste of
Rob
time for one like me.
and then, you know what we're going to do this, because they'll fire. And swap you. I guess Thron gets a +1.
Harpin killed a dragon. It has to be possible.
Has to be. That's unfortunate. We didn't
One
want
bolt.
that one. Let's go... Save you. Let's go Gascon, yes. That's his knickers.
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah. Oh.
Your Grace, we're taking losses!
It's fine. Oh. Hello. Every turn start, force 2 adjacent units
He's
to
raging
duels.
there!
After 3 turns,
Watch
move
out!
Ooh. So they're gonna both duel him. Let's go... her.
When will you ever learn?
And then... I don't want her to boost that guy though. Oh. That's fine. Oh, he's dead. That's unfortunate. Okay.
The
Let's
vermin's
start healing
diminished,
it by
but
10.
be wary! Each blow it answers still with wrath and fury!
I didn't understand a word of that, but that's fine. So we hit you. And then let's sling
Thing
boy.
about slings, they hide well.
Let's hit my own units. And then let's use our ability. And then let's...
Hey?
Your Grace, he's vulnerable. We must strike now.
We must strike now. Okay, well if I do this, then you arch into question, and then...
A knight should help. Our codex commands it.
Bam!
That day, many Lyrians perished, either to the dragon's all-consuming fire or to its flesh-rending claws. Yet their sacrifice was not in vain. Together with the dwarves, they were able to grievously wound Keltulis, forcing him to flee. The howls of the wounded monster rang throughout the valley.
That's right. Howl, you scurvy snake. Shouldn't he have attacked us, eh? Damn fuel lizard.
Why did he attack you?
Meve, that's Vavranic, elder of the town and all the Ferences.
Go.
My regards and condolences.
Eh, tain't so bad. If nae for ye, wouldn't there be a stone left unrubbled? To be honest, when I caught wind some human queen come to Mahakam looking for aid, I said a crocus would sprout twixt my cheeks afore I'd vote aye on that. Gonna be a fear to look in my breeches after, but changed my mind. After what I saw today, what ye did for us, you've the support and undying gratitude of all Ferences.
That's 2 clans.
Thank you. Faced with a Nilfgaardian peril, that means a great deal.
Forgive me for interrupting this tear-tugging scene of interracial reconciliation, but I can't hold back no longer. Vavranic! Double shice! What happened? Why'd Keltulis attack?
Yeah.
I ken as much as ye, meaning squat diddly. Just flew up, started spewing flames, half the town lit up in a flash.
Sheepshank! 300 years I've been a good neighbour.
What's done's done. Got to think about the future. The Drake's just taking a breather. Gotta finish him off before he's regained form.
Does he heal?
Meaning, we haven't much time. He heals like an alchemist's pup. And the nearest guards are miles away. He'll be up flying again before they get here.
Aye, that's what I thought. Perhaps, Your Grace, you'd,
Finish him?
What? Jest you must.
I ken you're tired frae the fight, dinna want to risk casualties, etc. But remember, the beast's sleeping on a bed of gold and rubies. All belonging by right to Bruther, of course. But if quibbling some wandered off, he'd nae notice.
It does alter the equation. Oh no, fighting a dragon once was enough.
I admit that does alter my calculations. Besides, the dragon was badly wounded.
Putting it featherly, blood pour out of him like a leaky bladder. Just needs a coup de grace.
Fine. I'll do the deed.
Coup de grace.
Ken you'd see the light.
Oi, Vavranic, Vavranic. This lady's gonna make your rump a regular crocus garden.
Aye, Queen's doing us a great service. One that'll profit us both.
So, where is Keltulis' lair?
North of here. It's a vast cavern. Ye canna miss it.
Meve bid farewell to Vavranic and set out on her way. Did her way lead to the dragon's lair, you ask? Shh. Let's not spoil the surprise.
Well, yeah, it's going to. Okay. What are we doing in this burnt down town? We'll go in a circle. Oh, is that Slayer there? Okay. Just because that might be the Dragon Slayer there. Let's quickly grab this and this. Let's check out the upgrade. Command tent. Each unit gets 1 armor at the start of the battle. Gets us Forager Plus. No, that's not the card I think it is. Trebuchet. No, let's go. Everybody gets it. Oh, it's actually added stuff to the camp that I've not paid attention to at all. That's good. Okay. I'm going up, guys.
That stings.
I'm sure you're fine. I'm gonna go in a circle. Grab this grave. There's a blizzard. There's bats. sure it's fine. Hello, dragon.
Keltalis' lair was indeed impossible to miss, as would stand to reason, for any space capable of containing a dragon must be enormous. The lair's maw, a black triangle cut out of a vast plain of snow, loomed from afar. Confirming the dragon's presence was the powerful odor emanating from it, one of sulfur and blood.
Well then,
Gascon said.
ready to become a legendary dragon slayer?
Yes.
My father oft said, never should you count pelts till the hunt is through.
Meve said, dismounting her horse.
It's all the more true when you hunt dragons. He's wounded, yes, but one puff of flame, and we shall be not legends, but corpses. Leave all thoughts of foolhardy bravery behind.
Be
The
careful.
Lyrians crept across the dragon's threshold.
Oh my god.
They
Hello.
walked single file, shields raised, watched by bats hanging from the ceiling. Keltalis lay curled up on a bed of diamonds and gold coins turned red from his blood. Seeing how he strained merely to lift his massive head, Meve knew the dragon no longer posed any threat.
Come to finish what your poison began?
Poison.
The monster croaked hoarsely.
Fine. Do it then.
Keltalis turned over, exposing his vulnerable underbelly, and waited calmly for the fatal blow.
Wait,
Meve said, dropping her sword.
what poison?
Keltalis laughed while squeezing his bleeding side in pain.
So they didn't tell you? Lousy munchkins.
Hey! Watch your tongue!
Gabor yelled.
Sides! I didn't ken anything about it.
Keltalis looked the Lyrians over mistrustfully with his snake-like eyes, then began to tell his tale. The caravan Meve had met on the road was different to the others. This time, Keltalis's meat had been pickled in a special brine, one spiked with poison. As the dragon lay curled up in pain, Ferenc dwarves entered his lair and smashed his head.
So if I understand correctly,
Meve interrupted.
you're female.
Correct.
Oh.
Same as you.
Do you want to join me?
As if on command, all Lyrian eyes turned to Gabor.
Don't you look at me? We didn't peek under his, its tail.
If I may,
Reynard interjected.
these revelations about Keltalis's sex are undeniably fascinating. But I'm more curious why the Ferences stooped to such a dishonorable deed.
That's easy enough to guess.
Meve said.
They were afraid the dragon would soon demand more tribute to feed its young. So they decided to strike preemptively.
A wise and noble deed.
Ake cried.
Evil must always be
Noble?
nipped in the bud.
How is he evil?
To the Ferences' misfortune, they delivered too small a dose of poison. Infuriated at the sight of the broken eggs, the dragon gathered its strength and flew to the nearest town. Meve saw for herself what happened then. And now it was up to her to decide how this story would end. The
She
dragon
had
had
all her
killed
children
dozens,
killed.
perhaps even hundreds, but had been provoked first by the dwarves' heartless cruelty. Did it thus deserve death or mercy?
Mercy.
When judging my subjects, I would sometimes not know who bore the greater guilt.
Said Meve.
But as ruler, I had to reach a verdict, often a harsh one.
The queen returned her sword to its sheath.
This is not my land,
Meve said.
nor are these my
Ake's gonna be
subjects.
pissed.
I don't have to choose the lesser evil.
Meve!
Gabor hissed.
Brewer'll be furious.
Let him. And you, dragon, swear me this. When you heal, you shall leave Mahakam and never return.
You've my word. And my gratitude.
Meve was about to leave the cavern when the dragon
And
blocked her
bowed
way
and
with its tail, then gathered a smattering of valuables at the queen's feet. Each would be the prize of the Lyrian crown jewels. News that Meve had spared the dragon, which had killed dozens of dwarves, did indeed enrage the inhabitants of Mahakam. The Ferences in particular. But when the clans considered driving the Lyrians from the pass, Elder Vavrenek opposed it. No matter what happened after, he had sworn Meve his undying gratitude.
Your Grace, 'tis not right.
Calm down, Sir Ake. What's the problem?
The deed you've committed, most foul. As the good book says, whosoever standeth idle in the face of evil proveth guilty of the same.
How do you know the dragon's evil?
Know that I never stand idle. Yet I cannot stop you from doing so. Thus I must leave.
Are you serious?
I refuse to play any part in the wickedness you perpetrate.
So, because it speaks and it's a dragon's evil? Fucking elves? Dwarves? Would you not consider them same?
Sir Ake.
Farewell, Queen. And may the gods have pity on your soul.
Are you serious? What a bitch. I don't understand. The dragon literally had its babies murdered. It wasn't an evil creature. I mean, if it can speak. Yeah, it killed some people, but it had literally its children murdered.
Trust a boarhead, and what do you get? A singe bahookie.